Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're set. 19. Lots of twist. Slam. Alert. Switch it. Alert.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, man.
Out of the gun, Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Beckham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Let's get this.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Hutchison. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. He don't know no better. Hatch it.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We're going to 54. Why is? That's got to be a
A first down carry by Elliott. He's got the first down and more. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Check.
On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch twins. Shift.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They go play action here on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Hey, echo. Go. Check 55.
On 1st down, Hutchinson got an open man. It's Foster. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
I know he ain't got it. Kill. Hey. Stop.
They'll try and run here with Clement. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
When you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Leo!
On 2nd down now, Clement. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Indy. He's coming. General West. He's coming. Double up.
Off the bootleg. Hutchison. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
6 man.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 1st down, they go with Clement again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Second and 10. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now it's Clement. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go now. 15, line. 15 line. 54, X3, 218, chopper. Check. Jim. Check. Get it.
On first down, Clement. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's brought down. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the back.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Corey Clement with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
But let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. You draw.
Second and 5. Open man here is Foster. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Tighten down. There you go.
Here's Clement. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
I'm coming after you. On the ball. Now.
They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Watch the ship.
Second and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Number 20, the ball carrier. Incomplete in the end zone. It's third.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Pilot, 64. Get ready.
Off the bootleg. Hutchinson eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 3 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. This no good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A second down throw for Prescott. with this to Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Switch it, hey. Here we go, 47. Check, Mike, 54, 26.
Here's Prescott. Safarian Jenkins has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And again, it's Prescott. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D, let's go.
They run. It's Foster. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And it's third down.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, it's Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go to Elliott again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Prescott from the gun. Open man is Gordon, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Josh Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Got it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll begin on the ground with Clement. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Watch the whip. Joker. Hey, Haywood. Yes.
Foster on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Down. 18, Gator.
Watch the curl. Check 13. SOS.
Shoot.
Off play action. Hutchinson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Looking to throw. Hutchinson. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line. Snap.
From the gun, Hutchinson. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Set. Ready. 50. Plant. 55. Check. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Hutchinson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check 45 to Mike. All day, pump. Alert flare. Alert flare.
Hey, kill. 27, 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. No gain on this defense. No gain.
A first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Prescott to throw this time. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Point after here coming up.
The kicker on for the...
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Off the bootleg. Hutchinson. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
He's checking, he's
now.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 15, check 15.
Get it.
From the gun, Hutchinson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash. What?
Go to 54.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Mike 5-4. Don't let him breathe. Play that top deep. Don't let him.
We're going to 54. Why?
Why? Get wide.
So that'll back him up 5.
Keep playing.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Kill.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! A Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On the carry, here's Clement. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Bucs on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
80 weapons. Bravo.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Look at me. Zipper.
They'll run again with Clement. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch QB drop. Watch 26.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 36-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. 4 and 8.
Mike 54.
Here we go. 47.
Show it up.
26.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott got Gordon open, completes it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 17-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, tight. Hey, switch gears.
Back to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Hatchet.
He's back to throw. Now and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devin White in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Fourth down, Prescott. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll run on 1st down. Clement. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right here. Check. Hot route.
This is Foster. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll go again with Foster. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's now 4th down.
They're down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring
Here we
it.
go, 46.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. We're going to 53.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
Under. Motion. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Tampa Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.